Chris, honestly, we're really excited to have you join us because you meet a lot of chief customer officers, a lot of VPs of CS. Could you describe a little bit more about nuffsaid and your role there as founder, CEO?
Yeah, I'm one of 3 co-founders. nuffsaid is building an AI-powered assistant, is one way to think of it, that will help you prioritize work that matters in your day. So the way that this works is step 1 of nuffsaid is it centralizes all of your work apps. So email, chat, SMS, LinkedIn, calendar, etc. Brings it all together into one workspace so we can see everything that you have to accomplish in your day. And then the AI-powered brain understands who you are at work, meaning what you do, what your job is, what your goals are. And then with that understanding is able to start prioritizing work that will move the needle for your job, and will also tee up tasks that you can do every day to make progress in that direction. So that's what nuffsaid is in a nutshell.
That's awesome. And your core personas are customer success, correct?
Because the ambition for this product is enormous, it was too big to go after everybody all at once. So our first target market is customer success, and really anyone within customer success could be a CSM, a director, a VP, or even a chief customer officer.
Could you provide some detail on your background and how you got into the CS world?
My entire career has been obsessed with customers. At my first company, I worked for a company called headsets.com. We were an online retailer, and our main differentiator was our world-class customer care and customer support. And so we were crazy obsessive about the quality of the experience that we delivered. And then I moved to, and I was president for 8 years of a company called User Testing, which was all about helping companies deliver world-class experiences in their web apps, their websites, their in-store experience. That's one of the reasons for choosing customer success. But just as an executive, I would say I've been surrounded by and have lived a lot of my career around customer obsession. The customer success department is a natural fit for me in my career. For people that are aspiring to be the chief customer officer, I think there are a couple of things that they can and should do. Probably the first one is to really deeply understand how the company makes money. And what I mean by that is really deeply understanding what are the things that go into gross profit margin. How does the company think about investing in product and engineering? How does the company think about the cost to retain revenue? Is there a metric, a benchmark metric set? So what's the cost to retain revenue? How does the company think about acquiring new revenue? How much is the company willing to spend to acquire that revenue? And by picking up those skills, what it allows you to do is be a better partner to your peers on the executive team. And people will start to see you more as someone who will drive the business forward as opposed to just customer success forward. Usually if you're a manager or a director, most of your day is focused around executing programs, making onboarding better, coaching and managing your team, improving renewal rates. But when you get to the chief customer officer level, now you're driving strategy across the whole company, and you're expected to be able to think about and talk about metrics, forecasting, and enabling your peers to be successful through your unique access to customer data.
Yeah, so I love that, because what you're saying is the key is in the detail, right? It's in the metrics.
I think it's in the high level understanding of your business and your ability to arm others in the company with data, like you said, data and metrics that will help them be successful.
What do you think is the biggest misconception of customer success?
Well, that's really easy. I talk to investors frequently, obviously, because we're an early stage company and we're still in fundraising mode. 75% of the investors I talk to, when I say customer success, they immediately think customer support. I almost always have to explain what I mean when I say customer success. I think a lot of people, especially in the investor community, don't understand that customer success is a revenue retaining function, meaning if customer success doesn't hit their quota, they get fired. I want to add an extra point here too, though, which is that a lot of customer success teams do not actually own a number. They don't own the retention number. Sales owns the retention number. The problem with that is that if CS does not own the retention number, then they don't own any number of value for the company. and they can never have an influential role. Because if it's not retention, then what do they own? It's product usage metrics, engagement metrics, I don't know, NPS. They're just not valuable metrics for the business. So I would say for CS, even if they don't actually do the renewal transaction, CS still has to be accountable for retention.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris, for sharing your wisdom and helping others promote customer success representation in the boardroom. We really appreciate it.
And I really appreciate what you're doing for the customer success community too via this program. So thank you also as well, Gemma, and thank you for having us here with you today.